Hello everybody and happy Saturday. So I have been getting asked, why did I decide to be an electrician? Why did I go into the electrical field? So this video is going to be about that. So we'll just start from the beginning. When I first went to college, I went to Bethune-Cookman College in Daytona Beach, Florida. I went there just to take prereqs. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I was there for a semester. And after that semester ended, I ended up coming back home. It was kind of very expensive, and I didn't want to stay there. Nothing wrong with the school. I actually loved the school. I was involved in a lot. But I came back home for a semester and then transferred to FAMU in Tallahassee, Florida. I got into their architecture program. I did that for like 2.5 years. And the whole time I was there, we were being preached that, oh, just know that architects don't make that much. And to me, it didn't make sense because I'm like, okay, the workload that I have in school, calculated with not making anything, leaving school, with student loans, it just didn't make sense to me to stay in that. So I ended up getting pregnant with my daughter. So I came home and I did civil engineering. I went for my AA. Like 2 years, I would say. I got my civil engineering AA, and that was some work because I had to go to physics 2, chemistry 2, had to go through all calculuses 1, 2, 3, had to go through differential equations. It was a lot of work, but by the grace of God, I got through it. I transferred to USF in Tampa, Florida. I started taking my civil engineering courses. I did that for about 1.5 years before I was like, you know what, I can't afford this. I still had like 22 classes left, which is insane. But I had 22 classes left and I just couldn't afford it. And I didn't want to pull out any more student loans. So I came back home and went to community college and got my AS in construction management. But jobs were looking for bachelors, and I didn't have a bachelor's, and I wasn't about to go to any school far out from home. So I ended up picking a trade to jump into. Originally, I was going to do plumbing, but ended up picking electrical. Fell in love with it. I went to P-Tech in St. Petersburg, Florida. Or, I went to the one in Clearwater. I'm sorry. I went to the one in Clearwater, Florida. So I went to P-Tech and fell in love with it. I got a service job when I left there, when I finished the program. I got a service job and I got fired after being there like 3 weeks. They were saying I was too slow, and they based those jobs off of when they give people quotes for those jobs is based off of how long they think it's going to take. Well, they didn't take into account that I was green. I was fresh out of school and I was still learning, and I wasn't moving fast enough for them, so they let me go after like 3 weeks. I then took like a 2-month break, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just jump into commercial. I was terrified of commercial just because of what it all entails, and I didn't think I could do it. Best decision ever. I absolutely love commercial. I love everything about it so far, besides the weather. Like, I'm in Florida, so it's super hot all the time, and then I'm native to Florida, so when it gets cold, that's really cold to me. But yeah, that's just a quick summary of how I ended up in the electrical field. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below.